Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, Shevitz. Man, oh, Shevitz. Man, oh, Shevitz. Ba, 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 ba. Why can't we be friends? Waiting for a few of y'all to jump on in. Jump on in. Jump on in. Tess Almond, Chuck Spencer, Scott McNeil. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody's Thursday going? Kelly in the house. Slinky Ingle King. Audio is good. Video is good. That is what's up, what's up, what's up. So make sure when y'all come in, y'all smash that like button because I just had a mind-blowing experience, y'all. I enjoyed dinner very, very much. Jimmy in the house. Bone Tired Travelers in the house. What's going on, Denise and Dwayne? I hope y'all are having a fantastic night. As the thumbnail and the title show you, I am still on board Utopia of the Seas here on Royal Caribbean's brand new cruise ship. And in a few minutes, I will take y'all outside and we'll sit outside on the balcony. But for now, we're going to start off in the cabin. And if I can get the chat to pop back up, that would be great because Tony's not here. Hey, Cruise Dude, hope you're having a fantastic time. Lady, I'm having a fantastic time. I don't want to go home, but I want to go home. But anyway, Utopia of the Seas, let's talk about it, right? So I filmed a full ship tour today. I got that 100% done, nailed into the coffin, and it's just got to get edited and get dropped for y'all. So that's going to come over the next few days. But tonight, we had dinner at one of the most epic venues I've ever dined at in all 40 plus, 50 plus cruises I've been on. And tonight we dined at Royal Railway, Utopia Station, the Wild West themed train dinner car here on board Utopia of the Seas. And let me tell you, this experience is hands down the best experience I've had on a cruise in a very, very long time. Now, I just went in April on the Sun Princess and I went to Spellbound and I thought I was never going to be able to be mind blown from something like that. But this was absolutely way better than anything I ever could have imagined or thought of. And let me tell you, the food's great. I had the short rib for dinner. That was phenomenal. But look, it all starts like this. It comes to your cabin in a little envelope like this with a telegram, and you get train tickets, like legit train tickets. Now, when I was a kid, cruise tickets used to come like this. You used to be able to get your cruise tickets mailed to you in a packet from your travel agent, and they would look like this. Your luggage tags for the embarkation and debarkation used to come with that as well. So it was cool to be able to come back to the cabin and see this envelope in the door waiting for you. And then it all starts. You go down, you get some welcome drinks, you get on the train. I don't want to give away too much. I am going to make a video on this, but I'm not going to show you everything in that video because I want to leave it open for imagination. I want y'all to come and try this out. If you're on Utopia, definitely look at booking the Royal Railway. It is absolutely one of the best experiences ever. And for two people, it's really not expensive. Listen, you go to a fancy restaurant outside and you're going to spend a ton of money, right? It's $88 a person. That's including gratuities. That's including the service. But it is not just dinner. This is an actual, like, hands-on, it's just a full-fledged experience. It's one of the best things you could possibly ever attend. We got the cruise dorks in the house. What's going on, Jimmy? Hope y'all are doing well over there. If I miss y'all, I'm not missing y'all on purpose. It's because the chat's going by. You're far away over there. I'm all the way over here. The Blue Crew's in the house, so if I miss somebody, make sure y'all thank them for coming in. Frank and Jen from New Mexico in the house. Julie in the house. So the dinner was great. So I started out, my appetizer I went with the farts and darts. I got the menu right here. Good day, Jane. So I went with the farts and darts. Now the farts and darts are baked beans. It comes out in a cast iron dish, and the baked beans are literally in like an old school baked bean can. Well, the darts are in an old school baked bean can, and then the beans are in like a cast iron dish. They were good. I went with the braised short rib, phenomenal, fall off the bone, tender, absolutely delicious. And I finished up with the Royal Railway cigar. Absolutely incredible. The presentation alone for this food was next level. Now, I've done Chef's Table on board for, Carnival, and I've done Spellbound on Princess. I've done special ways or special dining that's really expensive compared to what I paid for this. And it was worth it. Absolutely worth it. In my opinion, the money I spent was well worth that cost for the experience you're going to get overall. Deb, what's going on? Cruise Dorks, Julie, watch out, Tony, watch out, Tony. Yeah, so I had beans. That's just the way it is. We have Tony sleeps next to me tonight for the last night, so who knows. Question, are you loving Royals food? I absolutely have had no issues with Royals food. The only thing I have come across has been some like breakfast items that I'm really not fond of. The chicken sausage this morning was a little mushy, but it was a texture thing for me. You might like it. It's just some things I personally don't like myself. And it's not because it's not good. Like I don't do salmon, but Tony loved the lox. And it's just some things like that. I'm not a big blue cheese guy. But with dinner tonight, they had these blue cheese stuffed pretzel rolls. And I absolutely had to have one of those. So I tried that out. That was not bad at all. But everything so far has been great. My favorite spot to eat on this ship has been the hot dog place. I absolutely loved the hot dog shack on the boardwalk area of the ship. Just watched a video. The chat goes away so fast. Just watched a video earlier with you and Mike earlier today. Well, I am Mike. Oh, you're talking about Chuck. Chuck's always in my videos. Chuck is always in the videos. Biscuits were fire. So I haven't done the biscuits with breakfast yet, but my favorite spots have been the hot dog joint on the boardwalk, deck 6 aft, and El Loca Fresh. So those are two of the best places I have tried on the ship. I absolutely love it. I also discovered an included eatery in Central Park that I fell in love with, Park Central. It's a grab and go option, so I enjoyed that as well. But everything's been great. Everything has been phenomenal. Haven't had no issues with food, haven't had no issues with service, none of that stuff. So my next cruise right now is on the Carnival Magic in October. I board the Magic out of Miami, and it is, I believe, October 19th. Chuck should know, so Chuck, if you want, you drop them dates in there for me, man, I appreciate it. But that is the next cruise as of right now, Carnival Magic in October. There's always a chance that one cruise can pop up from now till then, things like that. So at the blackjack table, does the dealer stand on 17s, and what's the payout on BJ? I really don't know. I don't play the blackjack table here, so that would be a question for Tony. But if you drop it in after the live stream, I'll get it answered for you tonight. Yeah, I don't hit the blackjack table. If you want casino questions, man, I'm all about that slot machine. I'm all about the craps table. I'm all about the roulette wheel. But blackjack, that's not my thing. That's Tony B's thing. Is Royal Caribbean way better than you expected? Mike, Royal Caribbean is 100 way better than what I expected it to be. Like I've been telling everybody, I completely understand now why people are loyal to Royal. I get the whole concept. I 100% understand the whole concept. The decor, the entertainment, the food, the service, I completely get it. And I know why. I'm not saying I am going to end up being that one loyal to Royal person, but I can promise you that this will not be my first and last Royal Caribbean cruise. We already have one, well, not one booked, but we already have a next deposit in for next cruise. So that'll definitely be it. let's see. Y'all want to go outside? Y'all want to see Central Park? Because that's where we're at this week. We are staying in a Central Park balcony this week. So let's see some of the park. Flip it, flip it. Try not to end the live stream while I do this. So this is a view from the balcony cabin we are in this week. Literally right out on Central Park. It's great at nighttime, but let me tell you something, during the day, it is horrible. I do not like it during the day. And the only reason I don't like it during the day is because you can hear all the music, and I am a sea day napper. So with all that loud music, there's no sea day nap. So, but this is, it's been great. I've enjoyed the cruise so far. I've enjoyed the whole experience. Y'all wanna get in a little bit of info? I'll give y'all a little bit of info on what happened last night. So last night we decided to do Quest. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the balcony here. I love the neighborhood balcony. I just don't like all the loud noise during the day. If I'm trying to take a sea day nap, it stinks. But the great little thing about this balcony is at nighttime, it's dark, it's quiet, you don't hear much. And during the day when you're sailing away, you don't even know you're leaving because you got no ocean to see. And these ships are so big, you don't even feel them moving. So back to last night. We decided last night we were going to go to Quest. Now, Crazy Quest is offered on board Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas, and it didn't start off too crazy. It was not that crazy, and Frank and Jen, we're going to get into a subject here where I had no clothes on last night at Crazy Quest. Now, I've never attended Quest on any other cruise line, so I didn't know what to expect, and let's just say the crazy level got turned up every time a new Quest came out. So at the end of the Quest, it was, let's see, the first one I ended up losing a belt. They almost lost my belt completely. And then they needed my pants, so I was standing in my underwear next to Tony, and I'm like, I really hope they don't lose my pants. And then the last one was they needed the manliest man to come down onto the stage. Well, they wanted the biggest guy with a beard, and clearly, if y'all know me, I'm 6'2", well over 350 pounds, and I got that big old man beard. So at this point in time, they take me down, they put me on the stage, and they got me standing there with 4 other people. And I didn't know this, but they were going to turn me into a pretty princess. So I ended up having on women's shirts. I had on a skirt. I had a flower in my hair. I had pocketbooks. I had a chasse. I had a shawl. I had women's shoes on my feet. I had lipstick on my lips. And then it got to the point where when it was all said and done, you had to strut your stuff. And then they asked you what your name was. Now, I'm going to include a part of this into the ship tour video. And only because I want to show you guys what Studio B looks like. So I'm going to include a little clip of this and into the ship tour video, so be sure to check that out. I did send Scotty a couple pictures today, so Scotty has already seen what I looked like last night. But the little clip of the video that Tony got, it was where they asked you what your name, your female name was, and what your job was. I was really gonna sell it with I'm an OnlyFans creator, but the #1 guy said that first. So I was number 3. When it got down to me and they asked me what my name was, I hit them with a female voice telling them my name was Tracy. And when they asked me what my profession was, I told them the S word, I let my baby daddy pay my bills. And then I pop locked and dropped it right there on the stage in front of all these people. Now, that that was probably more of the Nauti Cruiser than anybody ever has wanted to see in their life. And then all day today, I have been recognized as Tracy who lets her baby daddy pay her bills. So while out filming the ship tour today, multiple people stopped me and asked me what my job was. And I was like, well, I'm a truck driver and I make content. And they're like, no, Tracy, what's your job? And I'm like, I don't have one. My baby daddy pays all my bills. So yeah, that was different. And I'm kind of glad that the rest of my gang was not there to see all of that, but y'all are going to see it eventually, right? And when we were leaving, I told Tony, I was like, listen, you only die once, you live every day, so you might as well go out and have a good time doing it. But it was great. The cruise has been great so far. It's been wonderful. Tony has been an awesome roommate to room with. Hopefully he can say the same about me. But I mean, listen, it gets no better than this, right? And I appreciate all of y'all for all of the support and being able to allow me to do these things and all of that. So thank you very, very much for all the support y'all give. But it's been wonderful. I love Royal. I'm a little aggravated at myself that I've waited so long to come and try Royal, but the offers have been pouring in from other cruise lines and they have been way better. But now I have met the numbers I needed for Royal Caribbean with Prime to be able to get offers through Royal. So hopefully I will be on more Royal and Celebrity cruises in the very near future. Perfect day at Coco Cay. I absolutely loved the island. I like how they got it all set up over there. I highly recommend if you're not traveling with kids, you definitely need to get the Hideaway Pass for the adults only beach. It is well worth the cost. It's well worth the money. Which did I prefer, 3-night or 4-night? Now, I'll be honest with you. I prefer the 3-night. I love a sea day, but I prefer the 3-night because yesterday the captain came on a few times and he's like, if you look on our starboard side, that's perfect day at Coco Cay. And the first thing that pops in my brain is how MSC does the overnight at their private island, Ocean Marine Reserve. So in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, if Royal Caribbean's going to offer this itinerary, maybe they can offer an overnight opportunity at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So I enjoyed both. I'll be honest with you. I think the 3-night was perfect amount of time. And I seen everything in that 3 days. My fear was I wasn't going to see everything in that short period of time, but I absolutely was able to see everything. And if I'd have put the phone in my hand a little bit more or the camera in my hand a little bit more, I probably would have had the ship tour out prior to that. But I geeked out, man. Like I've been cruising with Tony. I've cruised with him a few times, but I never, we've never roomed up and all that stuff. So I've been getting to see some things firsthand, asking some questions and all of that stuff to help try and better myself and better the channel to be able to bring y'all some better content or more steady content along the way. So I liked both. 3-day, perfect little cruise for me, especially with living in Florida. Now, if you don't live in Florida, I don't know if that would be something for you, but I definitely would go for it. So glad you're having a blast. Are you a legit truck driver, like a long haul driver? So I used to be a long haul truck driver. When I lived up north, I no longer am a long haul truck driver, but I am a Class A commercial driver. I work for the post office. So I take mail from stations to stations all the way back to the main hub. But I used to drive from Philadelphia all the way up to Milford, Connecticut, and Nashua, New Hampshire, 6 days a week. Is it worth back-to-back? 100%. 100% worth a back-to-back. You're ultimately getting that 7-day cruise, right? Like if you're doing a back-to-back, you're ultimately getting that 7-day. So if you're looking for a 7-day, I'd say it's worth it. The back-to-back process is super easy. It was a little chaotic here for us on the back-to-back process with it being the first, technically the first inaugural sailing was this week that just happened. The sailing that we were on last week was an additional add-on sailing. So it was a little crazy with that back-to-back process. There was about 500 people, if not more. So it took a little bit longer, but once we started the process, it ran pretty smooth. Royal Caribbean sent me offers, but no OBC, but I'm not giving them another try. Maybe next year. Definitely do it, Tess. It's worth it. The one best bite of food you had. So the best bite of food I had, If we're not including specialty dining, I would have to say the tenderloin last night in the main dining room. It was cooked perfect. It was paired perfect, tender, juicy, absolutely insane. What's going on, Scott? Controversial cruising in the house. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for what y'all do. I'll definitely be sharing your channel. Frank and Jen, I really appreciate that. Much love. I'm just weird about the back-to-back because of the same thing, the ports twice. So it's really not that bad, right? Like when we did the first leg, it was perfect day at Coco Cay and then Nassau and then back to Orlando. Well, the second leg, it was Nassau first and then perfect day and then back to Orlando with a sea day in between. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't get off the first time around in Nassau, but I did get off the second time around. Never done a 3-day. Seems like a lot of hassle for 3 days. Next year doing a 4 and 5 day back-to-back out of PC. Well, for somebody like you that lives not necessarily far away, right? Like you live far enough away that you'd have to drive or fly. You're not there within a few hours. For somebody like me that lives 2.5 hours from Port Canaveral, 4 hours from Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, 5 hours from Miami, 45 minutes from Tampa. A 3-day cruise really isn't that crazy or that hard to do. That's why I said, am I back? I disappeared for a whole minute. So with me being so close, it's not bad. But for somebody that's got to fly in or take a day or two to get there, it's absolutely a little bit more crazy. I completely understand that. Funny hot dog and ketchup, okay lady here. Started Deliver Mail in Branford, Connecticut. Ended up 32 years in Ormond Beach Carrier. Right now, North Carolina. Hang in there. All worth it. Enjoy the content. I appreciate that very much, Susan. Yeah, I like doing what I do. I like doing what I did when I was up north. When I was up north, I still did the same thing. But now that I do it in Florida, I like it a lot more. I don't have to deal with snow. The snow was a big thing for me. Going through New York was a lot with traffic. And it just got annoying after a while. And I didn't want to deal with that anymore. Question, thought on Nassau. Will be there for the first time in November. Enjoy it. If you're going to buy drinks and souvenirs, I suggest you do it outside the cruise gates because this week when we were there, that was the first time I was there since they completed the construction on the port. And let me tell you, the things that you used to be able to buy outside the port area for $2 or $1 are now $8 for a beer, $24 for a drink. The drinks that come in the pineapples like pina coladas and things like that, they want it $24 for. And a $2 beer that you can get outside the port area is $8 inside the gate. So if you plan on getting off and enjoying a couple of drinks or cocktails, I suggest you get off and go to a bar. Margaritaville's not that far away. There's a few free beaches along the way there. The Bearded Clams out there. The Pirates out there. There's so many places that you can spend a lot less money outside the port than inside the port in Nassau. But I loved it. I absolutely enjoyed the new terminal there. I've been wondering what ports do you think is getting the Carnival mega ships? So I can tell you right now that it's going to be a lot of your East Coast ports. Without a doubt, I can see Canaveral and Miami being the top competitors with those ships, and the ones that are currently in Miami and Canaveral being repositioned somewhere else, only because they're already dredged out, right? Like you look at the Icon sailing out of Miami, you look at Canaveral, you have Utopia and Wonder and all of that sailing out of Canaveral. So you already have mega ships in those areas. I believe one might go to Galveston because you have some Oasis class sailing out of Galveston as well. I can't say whether or not I think they'll go over to the West Coast or not. That's why we're doing Utopia back-to-back. We live in Texas, so going to Florida, got to make it worth, and going to Disney too. Boom, perfect. Include Disney. I am all about that life right there. Probably worth it if you check out Orlando ports if never been. Like myself, I live in Los Angeles. And that's the thing, right? Like if you're coming in and you're doing a 3-day cruise, but you're spending a week in Orlando to do Disney, Universal, things like that, it's 100% going to be worth it. If you're only coming in for a 3-day cruise and you're not going to do anything else, if you're flying in, unless you are in a place where you can get airfare dirt cheap, and I mean like $100 round trip, then to me, I don't think it would be worth it. Unless you got some family that live here or things like that, right? Like I got family that live in Jersey. So if I can get a dirt cheap cruise out of Jersey, I don't mind flying up to Jersey because then I can visit family. I can cruise out of Bayonne, New York, things like that. Going to Nassau in September, first time since 2011. Fingers crossed it's better. We did books on Cay Island. Felt it would be safer opinion for groups of girls. Absolutely. I mean, you guys should be good. I enjoyed the port. Like I said, I felt very safe in there. I can't wait to see what they do to it when they get the water park and all that completely set up. Moved from central Colorado to southwest New Mexico. No snow. Yep, can't do the snow. I'll go up and I'll visit, but I really don't want the snow. Jimmy Tony is in the casino testing the fates. We just got done the Utopia Railway, Royal Railway dinner, and he went to the casino, and I decided to go live. Or do a back-to-back, 100%, Scott. That's the whole thing, right? Like, that's what we're talking about. Back-to-back process makes it worth it if it's a 3-day, if you're flying in. Like, you coming all the way from Arizona, that it would be crazy to come and do a 3-day. But I mean, I'm not saying don't do it. If that's what you want to do, if that's your cup of tea, then take it and do it. But I would definitely make it worth it. I would rather rent a car and go to St. Augustine. St. Augustine's beautiful. If you've never been, I highly suggest checking that out too. Dinner was about a 2-hour process. So we figured we've been live for about 26 minutes. Dinner wrapped up at about 9:50. It started at about 10 after 8. So little under 2 hours. Did I have to use my clout to get railway? So no. This is how it happened, right? So I was walking down the steps last night with Tony. We were walking somewhere, and the guy that does all the reservations for the train was there, and I was like, listen, I want to talk to the guy. Tony disappeared. I have no idea where he went. I ended up talking to the guy, and I'm like, look, we came in on the back-to-back. We were like 3rd or 4th on the list. I'm hearing how great this is. I need to get in here. Tomorrow's the last day. Is there anything we can do to get me in here? And he's looking at his book, and he's looking at his book, and he's like, you know what? I can get you in here. Just one. I was like, no, I need 2. And he's like, oh, all right, be here 8:30 tomorrow night, and we'll get you in. And I was like, let's go. We did get into the train. I did not experience a 1 a.m. frat party. I've been asleep way before 1 a.m. every night this week. Sailing Carnival Celebration in November. Can't wait. Question mark. Carnival Celebration or Royals Utopia. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to have to say Utopia. 100% Utopia. And I have sailed on the Celebration. The Celebration was my favorite ship until the Jubilee came out. But I'm going to have to say Utopia of the Seas takes the cake. And listen, it's not just because of the ship size. It's not because of any of that. It's because Royal Caribbean is actually giving a product that works very, very well. The boardwalk area, the Central Park area, all the included eateries, the music, the decor, the big old manta rays hanging up in the elevator banks, destination elevators. It is just next level here with Royal Caribbean. I don't feel like I am on a cruise ship that I am being herded like cattle. I don't feel like I'm getting into certain areas where it's bottlenecking or busy or congested. I don't feel like there's long wait times for dining or anything like that. Every night we've went to the MDR, we have been in and out within 45 minutes. Now, granted, there's only 2 of us. It might be different. You have a tabletop of 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever it may be. But it has been phenomenal. The service has been on point. It's been quick. It's been efficient. I've had no complaints. I literally cannot give you a single complaint other than the noise here during the day because of the placement of the balconies. But that's my problem. To you, that might be okay. I would have to say Utopia even over Jubilee. Even over Jubilee. If I have to give you a ship that I've been on to date, that is a great ship, that is my favorite ship, and not just because I'm on it, I would have to say Utopia. 100% Utopia takes the cake. I can't wait to get back on here, and I'm super stoked to just get my kids on this ship. The amount of things that are here for kids, it's mind-blowing. You're a natural. Naughty, your channel will grow. I hope that's the whole goal, right? I appreciate the kind words. I love watching these videos and these creators acting like they don't know what the tornadoes are. Ha, come on now, everyone has been to a convenience store. So I literally made a video today when I did the ship tour today, and when I got to the spare, I was like, and we have tornadoes. The only other place I see tornadoes is 7-Eleven. I literally put it in there like, oh, we have tornadoes at 7-Eleven. I'm a truck driver. So a lot of the times you stop, you grab a quick meal at a convenience store, Circle K, 7-Eleven, something like that. A tornado or a glizzy off the grill are what you get. So I literally put that in the video. Like, here we have some tornadoes, Mediterranean chicken wrap, this, that, and a third. And the only other place I've gotten tornadoes has been 7-Eleven. If you say better than Jubilee, I may need to check out this Utopia, but would need a back-to-back. 100% Slinky. Y'all have salve Royal before, so y'all know the product they're putting out. But I can tell you right now, it's 100% the best ship I've been on. This whole Central Park area, right? Like, this is mind-blowing stuff to me here. Every plant that's in there is real. Every tree that's in there is real. This isn't fake stuff. And it's open, so if it rains, you're going to get wet. They have tons of umbrellas spread out throughout Central Park for you to be able to grab and keep yourself dry. And they incorporated a new product in this Central Park area, right? They incorporated what is called Izumi in the Park. Now, Izumi in the Park is just that. It's Izumi sushi right there in Central Park. It's a grab-and-go option. You walk up to the window, you order what you want, you go sit down, you eat your sushi. So for those of you who are sushi freaks, you have this grab-and-go sushi window option here in the Central Park area. Now, where the Utopia Railway Station is on the Oasis-class ships, that is where the Izumi Hibachi and sushi used to be. Well, now that is up here in Central Park. Chops Grill is in Central Park. Park 150 is in Central Park. So you have all these specialty dining room venues all right here within that Central Park area. So a tornado is a taquito. So it's like meat and cheese wrapped up in a corn or flour tortilla. It's put on a griller until it's crunchy. They're literally called tornadoes. But you can get them on a griller at 7-Eleven, Circle K, Royal Farms, Colombian Farms, things like that. Gas station taquitos, 100%. So you would like most Oasis class ships over XL class. Now, listen, I'm not saying if Carnival, it's two different products, right? Like, it's hard to compare Oasis class versus XL class. Now, maybe when the new class of ship comes out for Carnival, it'll be a little easier to give you a side-by-side comparison, because XL class versus Oasis class, they're two different animals, right? We're talking two different, we're talking pit bulls versus chihuahuas. You got two mean dogs running a race, but one's bigger than the other. So when you have more surface area to put more things, you're going to make not say a better product, but you're going to have more things on said product than the other product. But if I was given a choice to either stay on this ship for another 3 days or hop off and get on the Mardi Gras for 3 days, I'm going to stay right here. So are you now curious about Icon? I am 100% curious about Icon. I want to get on it. I want to get on it quick. But who knows? Who knows? See me traveling in the house. What's going on, Kurt and Marsha? We have only been on smaller Royals, so I know I like big ships, and I cannot lie. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to... If you get over here and you hop on this ship, it's going to be awesome. Since I am 4 hours from Galveston, wife and I are doing Jubilee next year. So Jubilee is an awesome ship. I did Jubilee right when it came out. Slinky and Matt did Jubilee for the very first sailing in December of this year. They live right in Houston, so they're relatively close to it. But I can tell you now, Royal for me is a game changer. Icon is insanely expensive. You're absolutely right. In the beginning, when Icon sailings first came out, they were not as expensive as what they are now. And right now, Star of the Seas is actually inexpensive, like pre-Icon prices. So I might end up booking Star before I actually book Icon. If you like Utopia, you must try Icon. It's a step above the Oasis class, probably best ship ever. I'm not going to disagree. I have a lot of people telling me like, hey, look, if you like Utopia, you're definitely going to like Icon. But right now, it's the prices for Icon are just a little out there. Will G, getting on Jubilee on Saturday. You're lucky, man. I'd get on Jubilee if I could right now because a lot of my friends are going over there. You got Bruce and Cindy with Ocean Travels that are going to be on there. Clock Family Adventures are going to be on there. So a lot of cool people that I love to hang out with are going to be getting on the Jubilee this weekend. Will G, one of them. So hopefully we all get to cruise again real soon in the near future. Right now, my next cruise is in October on the Carnival Magic. What's your next cruise? Drop it in the chat. Let me see what y'all got coming up. Chuck says, hey, Julie, I see you. I see you, Julie. Hey, Julie, Loverboy sees you. I'm going to start calling Chuck Loverboy now. Kurt's jumping in the shower, y'all. The old man is jumping in the shower. I can't be the only one with upcoming cruises. I know Chuck's got a cruise coming up. Somebody else got to have cruises coming up. Will G's got his on Saturday. Kurt and Marcia have October, I believe. Scott, Controversial Cruising, got Hawaii September on the Miracle. 40 Days Until the Mariner. Freedom of the Seas, September 29th. Never cruised but love watching your adventures from Arizona. David, get on a cruise ship. Book one, man. You got to get on a cruise. My next cruise is August 4th to the 9th on the Margaritaville Islander because of you. Yes, I love that ship. Book that ship. I can't wait to get back on that ship with it being right there in my backyard. NCL Escape 10 Days Mediterranean in September. Bill, I am super jealous. Carnival Celebration November 3rd for my B-Day. Julie, not until December. Nothing until next year. Looking forward to meeting all of them in person. Will G, you're going to have a blast, man. There are some great people. I had a fantastic time with all of them in October on the Booze Cruise. And it was a wonderful time. 86 Days Until the Magic. Now, with the Magic, that's coming up. I'm actually going in a day early into Miami. I'm actually going to be staying in Florida City the night before. Well, no. Let's see. The cruise is on a Saturday. I'll be leaving Thursday to head down to Florida City. I'll be staying the night in Florida City on Thursday, driving to Key West on Friday to spend the day in the Keys, back to Florida City, and then on the cruise ship on Saturday. We booked a cruise on the Islander too. Islander's awesome. They did a great job with the refit of that ship. And through the rumor mill, I have heard Margaritaville is already in the works with their third ship. So they might have already acquired that ship. Then in October, we have our 25th anniversary and doing a 9-day cruise to Alaska on NCL. I really want to get back to Alaska. I don't think it's going to be this year, but definitely within the next year for sure. Magic is Matt and I's honeymoon ship. MSC Meraviglia in September. I absolutely love that ship, Janice. Why haven't you tried Royal before? So, Tracy, I haven't tried Royal because all the offers I get from everybody else, right? So, Royal cruisers have this thing called Loyal to Royal. And when I was a kid, knee-high to a grasshopper, my parents chose to be loyal to Princess. So, all the way up until 2021, I have only sailed on Princess Cruise Lines. 2021 was the very first time I branched out and I sailed with Carnival. After that, I went to Norwegian, I went to Margaritaville, and now I'm with Royal. So I no longer am loyal to one brand. My favorite cruise line is the next one I'm getting on, and that currently is Carnival. But I do love Royal. I loved this cruise. I can't wait to get back on Royal again in the very near future. And I've been on MSC as well, too. So now there's no more just one brand for me. February on the Jubilee, May on Celebration Beyond, Celebrity Beyond, October, Margaritaville to Cayman, October Quantum, December 2025, Utopia back-to-back with Disney. Nice. So that is so nice. Carnival Pride 9/8 Greenland in Canada. Carnival Liberty September 15th with my daughters and friends for my B-Day party up test. I think that's the one you sent me all of that information for. Excuse me. Only paid $3,200 for a balcony guarantee on Icon Group Cruise November 30th. Not a bad price at all. Not a bad price at all. Did you step on any Lego left behind by your roommate? So no, David, I haven't stepped on any Lego left behind. I don't even think my roommate built the set that he brought with him. And I didn't bring any, right? Like, it's crazy to think because not a lot of people really know that side of me because I really don't put it out there. But I do Lego just as much as Tony does. We talk about all different Lego sets and all that stuff. And I haven't stepped on anything yet. I don't even know if he pulled it out of the bag to put it together or not. I'll have to talk to him tonight about it. March 1st, 2025, Coop Cruise. I just may, Tess. I just may. We honeymooned on the Magic, joined Balcony Club on the aft balcony, LOL. So then you took part in Tony's poll the other day, didn't you, Slinky? Are you doing the ABC's cruise in April of 2026? At the moment, I am currently looking at that cruise, Denise. That's the ABC's and U cruise, group cruise on the Carnival Horizon. So I am absolutely looking into that. So I'm not going to say yes or no, but I'm going to be more towards the yes side. You need to do 3.0 to Alaska with us. Send me the information, Will G. Let me know when it is. And if it's something that I can make happen, I will make happen. Lynn, I haven't done Virgin yet either. Virgin is in the works. I wanted to do Royal and Virgin this year. We got Royal out of the way, so who knows? Virgin might be next. The Steaming Bean, Scotty Mac. What's going on, my brother? No destination elevators on Carnival XL class, correct? No, there are no destination elevators on Carnival XL class. However, there are destination elevators on the Carnival Horizon, which I absolutely loved and thought they would have brought out on the XL class, and they did not. We're going on the Spirit September. We're going on the Spirit out of Mobile for Halloween this year. Nice. I did the same thing on a B-Day cruise about 10 years ago. Let's get on Holland America. I'm down. Holland America's on the list. Yeah, I did. Haha. Slinky, I took part in that poll too. Don't worry. We haven't booked yet, but definitely want to go. Get it booked. Reach out to Bruce. How was Royal Railway dinner? It was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. The food was great. The entertainment was awesome. The show was even better. I filmed a video on it. Tony filmed a video on it. We're not going to include everything we filmed in said videos, but it's a great experience. I don't want to give it away for everybody, so you'll definitely see a video on it. It was one of the best dining experiences I've had in a long time. I'm part of the balcony club too. I am 340-pound dude. Wife is 115, so we made some bid. Poor guy saw it. Oh man, I feel bad for that guy. Well, poor guy. He might not be a poor guy. Who knows? He might have enjoyed it. Disney just set out boxes of a few channels plugging the new ship. Pretty much confirmed the Haunted Mansion bar. That's awesome. So the new ship, if you're talking about the one that's going to be sailing out of Asia, that's definitely on my radar. Definitely want to do that. Woot woot. Who's in charge of the ABC cruise when in April? It's April of 2026, Steaming Bean, and it is out of Miami on the Carnival Horizon, Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire. If you reach out to me, shoot me an email, message on Facebook or an email, at the Nauti Cruiser, the Nauti Cruiser at Gmail. I'll get you all the information. The Sun Princess had them smart elevators. Absolutely did. Them destination elevators. Have Luggage Will Travel is the host. I will message you. For what? The ABC cruise in April? Have Luggage Will Travel is not the host of that cruise. But if you're talking about the Alaska one you're talking about, then yeah, shoot me all that information. Ah, man, I appreciate that. I love when people tell me things. I won't even read that one out loud, but I do appreciate that. If you liked me today, you'd love Tracy last night. She was a hoot, I tell you. I gotta drop some stuff. So I'm gonna add some clips to the video and all that stuff. And you know, I'm gonna speak from straight solid facts here, right? That little wheel next to Chuck, that's a membership wheel. So if you want any content ahead of everybody else, feel free to join the memberships. No one is forced to join memberships. It is an option that's there for you to join. I'm not begging for people to join, but I had a creator say some stuff and was like, oh, this guy, blah, blah, blah. They really don't understand how YouTube works. So I'm not letting that get to me. But if you want to become a channel member, you are more than welcome to. You are not forced to, so don't feel you have to become a channel member. But you do get added perks, right? So you'll get content before everybody else, and I will do scheduled posts in there. So for all of you that are members, maybe tonight I will drop a picture of Tracy in the members only, since there's only a few of you in there instead of on the community post, and we'll just go from there. But there should be a little join button for y'all to join from the TV or the computer or something like that. I don't know how to join from the phone. So if one of the mods got a link and you can drop that in here, go for it. I appreciate it. But again, don't feel obligated. You don't need to do any of that. We need videos, not just pictures. Listen, there's going to be a lot of videos and pictures coming out. A lot of videos and pictures. South Virgin first time last month, very nice, but one complaint: the bathroom was too small, but shower was great, and of course very good food. So I have yet to South Virgin, but I can tell you right now, I absolutely love the showers here on Royal. It's plenty of room. I can literally bend over and not touch the glass walls or anything. Does Nassau have the 3D screen? Yes, they do have the 3D screen. I went out and I filmed it. That was the one thing I really wanted to see when I was in Nassau. So I definitely went out and filmed it. I have a few shorts on it, and I also have some long form content coming out with that as well. Tony's quick, man. Like, Tony's content came out fast, but this guy, he does it every day. So I try to spread mine out a little bit more to make it last a little longer, because I go so far in between cruises that I can't just dump it all and then I have no content to give y'all except for a live every week. Y'all don't want to stare at my face for an hour every week and that be the only content y'all get. So I try to space it out a little bit, but over the next few days, the videos are going to drop, and they're going to drop pretty quick. So we'll have the ship tour. We'll have Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We'll have Nassau. We'll have a lot of the food. We'll have all of that stuff. Look at Kurt. Feel obligated. Cruising ain't cheap, y'all. Don't feel obligated. Y'all don't have to sign up for anything. Y'all don't have to do anything y'all don't want to do. It is there for y'all as an added bonus if that's what you want to do and support me in another way. I appreciate it, but don't feel obligated to do anything. It just has its little added perks to it. Yeah, the short videos that I just put out are from the Utopia of the Seas. So you'll see like a Sorrento's pizza short. You'll also see a hot dog short, and all of those shorts are going to have the videos, the long form videos tagged into them. So you'll be able to click right in over to the long videos. It's been great. It's been wonderful. It's been an awesome cruise. Everything's been wonderful so far. I have no complaints whatsoever. The only complaint I got is I haven't put content out fast enough. I got a ton of inaugural swag. Tony didn't want anything, so he's sending it all home with me, which is great. So I'm definitely going to live it up. But I hit Prime in the casino, so that's a plus, right? I hit 2,500 points in the casino. I get free drinks for 2 years every time I go on a Royal Caribbean cruise. I get 2 free cruises a year as of right now, but I'm told I'm going to have a ton of offers coming to me in the mail. So I get 2 free cruises for this year. I get free drinks throughout the year. For the next 2 years. Julie, welcome to the New Kids Club. Julie Thomas with a membership. What's going on, girl? So I hit Prime. That's great. So all my drinks in the casino have been free. And the great thing about the Royal Caribbean Casino that you might not know, it's not like Carnival. You don't have to be gambling to get a drink. You can literally walk up to the bar, show your card, and you get free drinks. You can't really complain, right? You earn Prime. You get a little sticker on your card. There's some crazies out there. Let me stop showing you all my personal information. You get a little sticker on your card. Now, this sticker only came on the card because it's the first 2 sailings, right? Usually it's printed on your card when you earn it. through Royal Caribbean. So I didn't win anything in the casino. The casino they actually took me. And they're probably in the process of taking Tony right now. I hope he comes back and he tells me, hey man, I'm going home with cash. But the goal with us was to come on and be able to earn points to be able to get those free cruise offers. If I may ask, what's the approximate to get Prime? So to get the Prime, it's 2,500 points. And if you figure it out, it's around $12,500 fed through the machine. Now, that's not what you put into the machine. That's cycled through the machine. And I could be wrong, right? I know I didn't cycle that much money. Tony put a video out about it the other day. I have not put nowhere near that much money into the machine. So I'm maybe like 1,500, 2,000 in, and I already hit Prime. I got multiple different offers already to the cabin and the free drinks for 2 years. It makes it worth it. So here's the thing, right? If you get Prime, I go on 2 cruises a year for free that are over $2,000 each, and I get all the free drinks. I've already made the Prime thing worth it. Aaron and Todd in the house. Howdy, Naughty family. How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone's doing well. I hope y'all are doing well. I would have figured Tony was already Prime. I know he is friends with Chris Wong. So the thing with Tony is Tony has not been on Royal Caribbean since 2022. So your points are in a year, right? So it's not a rolling calendar year. It's April to April. So if you don't earn those points within April to April, you're not going to be able to maintain that Prime. So he earned his points in April of 2022. By the time 2023 rolled around, those points were gone if he didn't continue to earn those points. So he had to start over from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Did you eat the farts and darts in the Utopia station? I absolutely did. I ate the farts and darts. And let me tell you right now, I'm going to be farting and darting later on because what did I have? The braised beef short rib had beans in it too. No, it was good. It really was. The presentation was awesome and they tasted good. So here's a great little thing, right? So I'll give you this little tip. Is it over here? Is it over here? So during the dinner, they came out and they read some telegrams. And it says, received at Utopia of the Seas. And it was random. They only did like 3, maybe 4. And there was about 16 people in there for dinner. So they read the telegram. And this one happened to be for Michael. That was me. And the telegram says, have a great trip to Grand Junction. I know you love them, but please don't order the beans. These train cars are small and you know how you get. Love, your mama. So it was ironic that they read this and I ordered the farts and darts and had the beans. Now, I seen a question here like, what are the farts and darts? The farts and darts are the beans, are the baked beans, and then the darts are like a fried bread. I'll read it right off the menu. It says, simmering pulled pork with a smoky medley of beans topped with pickled onions and crispy pancetta, served alongside Cajun rye loaf pieces for dipping. So that is the farts and darts. But they were really good, and the presentation alone was awesome. Like, the beans came out in a cast iron pan, a tiny little cast iron, and then the farts, the darts, whatever. The bread came out in the bean can that said farts and darts. So it was this old school looking baked bean can, which is really cool because before it came out, I said to Tony, I said, it would be really neat if they served the baked beans in like an old raggedy looking tin can that you would find at like a train yard back in the day. You and Tony gonna blast the room out. Yeah, at the casino bar with Royal, you don't have to be actively playing at all. You can just walk up to the bar with the card and order a drink. You just show them the card. They'll see the Prime sticker. They'll get you the drink. Any drink on the menu you want, it's there. But it's been wonderful. It's been great. Tomorrow we get off. 2.5 hour drive home. Get to see the kids, drop Tony off. He gets to see the lovely Jenny B. Did Tony get the same? I mean, he needs to be armed and loaded too. No, Tony did not get the same. Tony went with the the golden chicken nuggets, which is crunchy coated tender wings with gold dust, served with a bourbon barbecue sauce. Now, the chicken you had, he just walked in the door. The chicken you had for dinner, was that boneless? That wasn't wings, right?
Me?
Yeah, they were chicken tenders, right?
Yeah, it's tenders.
Yeah, so they were chicken tenders, but the menu says tender wings. But there was no bones. They were boneless.
Boneless.
Boneless. Boneless. So it was a great dinner. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience. Tony enjoyed the experience. You could definitely see it on my face. I was geeking out in certain parts. But I can tell you right now, the one thing, you know what? I'm a dad of 3. So let's talk about this for a second, right? I'm a dad of 3. You think dad jokes like come naturally to you as a dad of 3? And I have some good ones. Like, why did the cheese factory, or did you hear, well, here you go. I'm trying to tell jokes. I can't even remember them now. Did you hear about the cheese factory exploding? No, it was crazy. There was debris everywhere. Like, I can come up with some clever dad jokes, but between Tony and the engineer on this train with these dad jokes, they were just rolling like a freight train at 100 mile an hour. He'd got them. The one guy on the train's got them. They were just coming out so fast. And I said to him, I was like, I can't wait till I get years of experience with these dad jokes. I just can't wait. How much did you lose this time in the casino? I lost enough to get a free cruise. Beans, good for my heart. The more I eat, the more I... Yeah, Kurt. Oh, man. I lost enough to win a free cruise. Not as much as I've lost in casinos in the past, that's for sure. I have learned to walk away. I've learned to stay out of the casino, and I haven't even went there today, so that's a good thing. How's the private island experience with Royal versus the typical non-Royal port day? So private island at Perfect Day at Coco Cay was absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. Again, the only other private island that I had a comparison with anything up there was MSC Ocean Cay. Like, I love that over all the other private islands I've been to. And yeah, that's down on the bottom now. So Perfect Day is way better. Your biggest wow moment on Utopia is just how massive this ship is. Not only that, I would have to say the Aqua Show. Absolutely crazy watching these people dive from such high heights, watching them tight rope walk, watching the slack work. Absolutely incredible to see that show. So if you're on any Oasis class ship that offers the Aqua shows, I definitely suggest you check those out. Now that he is back, have a Lego building race. I didn't bring a set with me, David. Tony's got his with him, but I don't think he built it. Did you build that set yet?
I haven't built anything.
Nah, he hasn't built anything. So, but it's crazy, right? Like it's crazy when it comes to certain things that you don't see on cruise lines and you really get them here. It's absolutely insane. But y'all, it is a little past 11. I know I ran over the time, but I started late. I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. This is the last time you will see me live from the Utopia of the Seas until I am back on. Who knows when? Could be soon. Could be soon. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you haven't smashed that like button, smash it on the way out. And until the next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Do it.
The McRib.
Do it. Long live the McRib. Y'all stay naughty. Ah, peace.